When the sun dips behind suburban rooftops and porch lights flicker on, a different kind of life stirs. Slipping through alleyways, leaping fences, and crossing playgrounds, coyotes are no longer creatures of distant wilderness, they're neighbors. From Los Angeles to Denver to Chicago, these predators have adapted to concrete, chaos, and opportunity. No longer out of sight, they're now just a few steps from swing sets and backyard grills. Silent, smart, and unafraid, they've redefined the boundaries between wild and urban. But when the hunt moves into the heart of the neighborhood, how do hunters respond? And are you ready to track a predator that now calls your city home? In the world of predator control, foot trapping coyotes requires not just patience, but precision. Among the most effective methods are the dirt hole set and the flat set, each mimicking natural cues that trigger a coyote's curiosity or territorial instinct. The dirt hole set imitates a rodent's den, baited with rotting meat or gland-based attractants to lure in predators searching for an easy meal. In contrast, the flat set relies on subtlety, using natural-looking objects like tufts of grass or rocks, enhanced with scent lures or coyote urine. Both sets demand meticulous trap placement, flush with the ground, hidden from sight, yet positioned with exacting accuracy to intercept the coyote's investigative step. Success hinges not only on the trap itself, but on the mastery of baiting and scent control. Trappers often use strong-smelling lures, made from aged meat, glands, or specialized commercial formulas, to provoke hunger, territorial aggression, or mating behavior. Coyote urine, in particular, plays a powerful role in simulating a rival's mark. But with coyotes possessing a sense of smell up to 100 times stronger than humans, even a single trace of human scent can ruin a set. That's why experienced trappers wear gloves, use dedicated tools, and avoid contaminating the trap site, especially during peak seasons like winter, when coyotes roam farther in search of food and mates. Once a trap is set, the job is far from over. In the US, state laws require trappers to check traps every 24 hours, ensuring humane treatment and minimizing harm to non-target species such as foxes, raccoons, or domestic pets. Captured coyotes are typically dispatched quickly using a firearm, in accordance with ethical guidelines. However, trappers must also navigate a complex web of regulations, trap types, land access, and even lure use may vary by state. Despite these challenges, foothold trapping remains one of the most effective and targeted methods available, with some studies showing up to 80% success rates in well-managed control areas. But as coyotes grow smarter and more elusive, only those who understand the science, strategy, and ethics of trapping can consistently stay one step ahead. Is this the right way to hunt? Let us know, like the video if you agree, or leave a comment to voice your view.
Hey!
Coyote hunting with a rifle is a methodical process that begins long before a shot is ever fired. Success hinges on careful scouting, often focused on open fields, pastures, or brush-covered prairies where coyotes roam in search of prey like rabbits and rodents. Hunters track signs such as fresh scat, paw prints, and howling near dusk or dawn. Some employ trail cameras or glassing tactics with binoculars to verify coyote activity. Once a suitable area is found, preparation is key. Hunters typically use rifles chambered in .223 Remington, .22-250, or .243 Winchester, paired with high-quality scopes and bipods for long-distance accuracy.
Shoot him, kid. Yep. Come on.
Once on location, hunters carefully select their setup spot, ideally elevated with a wide field of view. Concealment is critical, so camouflage clothing and scent control sprays are used to stay hidden.
Oh!
The next step involves calling, a crucial tactic to draw in coyotes. Hunters use electronic callers that mimic the distress cries of prey or howler calls that imitate the vocalizations of rival coyotes. These sounds play on the predator's instincts, luring them into rifle range, typically between 100 to 300 yards. Patience is essential, as coyotes are cunning and will often circle the area before revealing themselves.
Yep.
When a coyote finally appears, the real test begins. The hunter must quickly judge distance using a rangefinder or scope markings and prepare for a precise shot. Most aim for the chest or lung area, where a single well-placed bullet ensures an ethical, clean kill. A missed shot, on the other hand, can educate the animal and make future encounters far more difficult. That's why stability, timing, and shot discipline are critical, especially when hunting with small, high-velocity calibers like the .223 Remington, which delivers flat trajectories but requires pinpoint accuracy. Even after the trigger is pulled, the hunt isn't over. If the animal doesn't drop instantly, the hunter may have to track it using blood signs or disturbed ground. Interestingly, it's not uncommon for nearby coyotes, curious or territorial, to respond to calls even after a gunshot. Some hunters take advantage of this behavior by continuing their calls to attract a second target. However, caution and quiet movement are necessary during recovery, as injured coyotes can still pose a threat or attempt to escape further into the terrain.
Duck down, baby.
From a legal perspective, most states in the U.S. allow year-round coyote hunting, viewing the species as a nuisance due to livestock attacks and ecosystem disruption. Yet even with this legal freedom, responsible hunters operate under a strict ethical code, obeying local laws, securing permission on private land, and always aiming for humane, efficient kills. According to recent data, seasoned hunters can expect to lure in 1 to 3 coyotes per full session, particularly during the peak hunting season from late fall to early spring, when the animals are more vocal and their pelts are at their best. Think this method is the right one? Tell us what you think in the comments, and subscribe for a front row seat to the wildest hunting adventures.
Yep.
Twice a year, the swamps and waterways of South Carolina become the stage for one of the most intense wildlife management events in the region, the alligator hunting season. But this is no ordinary sport. With thousands of pounds of muscle and jaws that can crush bone, invasive alligators have become a growing threat to both local ecosystems and human safety. Hunters from across the state and beyond join not just for the thrill or the trophy, but to help control a population that's spiraling out of balance.
I ruszamy na polowanie.
So what tactics do they use to confront a predator armed with one of the strongest bite forces in the animal kingdom? Let's dive into the hunt and uncover the methods behind this high-stakes pursuit. Hunting lynx with guns is not merely an act of marksmanship, it's a tightly regulated pursuit that requires deep understanding of wildlife laws, specialized tactics, and a commitment to ethical hunting. In regions like North America and parts of Eurasia, legal access to lynx hunting is controlled through strict quotas, limited tag systems, and seasonal windows. Organizations such as Safari Club International emphasize responsible practices by ensuring their members adhere to these rules, reinforcing the importance of sustainable and lawful hunting.
There he is. Anywhere about.
What makes this method particularly valuable is its passive nature, allowing hunters or wildlife officers to minimize direct confrontation with one of nature's most dangerous predators. It also offers a degree of control in areas where crocodile encounters pose a serious threat to local communities. However, the technique isn't without drawbacks. It often requires patience, and the trap doesn't discriminate by size or species. Yet despite these limitations, baited hook and line setups remain a trusted tool in many population control programs across regions struggling with rising crocodile numbers. Do you think this method is effective? If yes, give the video a like. If not, stick with us and check out the next approach.
Here we go. Yep. Got him. Whew.
Among all crocodile hunting techniques, rifle shooting from the shore or boat remains one of the most direct and decisive approaches. This method relies on the use of high-caliber rifles such as the .308 Winchester, .30-06 Springfield, or the powerful .375 HNH, firearms chosen for their ability to deliver lethal force with precision. Hunters often aim for critical areas like the brain or upper spine, where a well-placed shot can result in an instant, humane kill. But that level of accuracy requires both experience and steady hands, especially when factoring in moving targets and unpredictable water surfaces.
Too short. Just wait.
In some jurisdictions, trained hunting dogs are used to track lynx. These hounds follow scent trails until the lynx is treed, allowing for a clearer and safer shot. However, this method isn't universally permitted. Different states or provinces have varying laws on the use of dogs in predator hunts. Ethical debates continue within the hunting community about this practice, and organizations like Safari Club International play a central role in shaping policy discussions by balancing tradition with modern conservation.
And one more time.
Because of these risks, strict regulations are typically in place. Most jurisdictions require specific licenses not only for the firearm but also for the hunt itself. In some regions, hunters must also demonstrate proficiency with their weapon before being allowed to participate in crocodile control operations. These legal safeguards aim to ensure that the method is used responsibly, reducing the likelihood of wounded animals escaping or non-target species being harmed. Despite the challenges, rifle shooting remains a preferred strategy in cases involving large, aggressive crocodiles that threaten human safety or livestock. It offers a fast resolution when executed properly, especially in areas where other trapping methods are impractical. However, its effectiveness hinges entirely on preparation, firearm familiarity, and ethical discipline, a combination that separates professional hunters from opportunistic ones. Think this method works? Let us know what you think in the comments below.
I'm sure you like it.
perfect shot.
Bow hunting crocodiles is not just an alternative method, it is a demanding and high-stakes pursuit reserved for those who seek a deeper connection with the hunt. Unlike firearms that rely on force, bows demand patience, proximity, and pinpoint accuracy. Hunters typically use powerful compound bows or crossbows with broadhead-tipped arrows capable of piercing thick, armor-like skin. The challenge lies in targeting soft tissue zones, usually behind the front leg or at the base of the neck, where a well-placed shot can lead to a swift and humane takedown. To get that one perfect shot, bow hunters must rely on stealth and timing. Crocodiles are most exposed when basking near the shoreline, and approaching them without being noticed requires hours of stillness, camouflage, and discipline. Any misstep, whether a sudden movement or an imprecise shot, can turn the hunt into a dangerous encounter, as an injured crocodile may escape into the water or become aggressive. For this reason, most bow hunters do not work alone. They often operate under strict safety protocols, accompanied by backup hunters with rifles, ready to act in case of emergency. Because of the increased risk, this method is tightly regulated in many regions and often limited to licensed guides or controlled hunts. Still, it draws a dedicated group of hunters who see bow hunting not merely as a technique, but as an art form. For them, the appeal goes beyond the trophy. It's about testing their nerve, refining their skills, and confronting one of nature's most formidable predators using nothing but silent precision. In a world where modern tools dominate the hunting scene, bow hunting crocodiles remains a symbol of raw, ancient discipline. Which of the three hunting methods stood out to you the most? Share your opinion in the comments section below.